Hey guys, it's Jenny from happysexyhealthy.net, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has been on my mind a little bit more lately. Come on, Lee, come over here. Come here. Good girl. And that is the topic of our thoughts and what we think about ourselves. So I'm sure that you can all relate to this, experience of one day you wake up and no matter what you put on, you just feel like you don't look good, you feel fat, you feel like your skin, your hair, everything, it just looks terrible. And then the very next day or just 2 days later, you can wake up and everything feels like it looks good on you. It doesn't matter what you're wearing, you just feel wonderful about yourself. You can go without makeup and you still feel like you look great, and just those two different, very distinctly different types of days. And yet the only thing that was actually really different about them was your thoughts. Because, you didn't lose weight. I mean, unless you got your hair done or bought some new clothes or something. Sometimes those can help us have one of those better days. But unless there was something like that had happened, the only thing that has changed was your thoughts. Because, you don't lose weight like that rapidly, from one day to the next. And I don't know what much else would change from one day to the next like that. But if you can think about it, when you're having one of those bad days, if you can just realize that it's actually the way that you're thinking, it's your thoughts that is making you feel like you don't look good. Okay, you still look wonderful. You still look the same as what you do whenever you're having a wonderful day, and your thoughts are telling you that you look amazing. You're still that same person. It's just the way that you're thinking, your thoughts are the ones that are making you feel like you don't look that great. So you may have heard that our thoughts create our reality. And I believe this is true, but I'm going to show you a little bit more few other steps than just thoughts, okay? So really your beliefs create your thoughts, and your thoughts create your actions, and then your actions create what it is that you experience every day, or your reality, okay? So when people are trying to lose weight, they mostly focus on the actions. So they focus on what they should be eating, what they shouldn't be eating, or what they are eating in general, how much exercise they're doing, these types of things. These are their actions, and they focus on them, and they try to change their actions. But if you can go one step back and change your thoughts, then that is going to help you change your actions, because your thoughts automatically create, if you change your thoughts, you're going to automatically create different actions, okay? So, and you can even go back as far as beliefs if you wanted to, because if you changed your beliefs, then those are going to change your thoughts anyway. And if you changed your beliefs, then eventually you're going to change your actions as well. But since this is a video, I can't really connect with you each individually and discover what your own beliefs about yourself are. So we're going to stop with the realm of thoughts, because that's something that we can kind of work on as a group without having to go too specific. So this is something that I've actually been focusing on myself lately. And I wanted to tell you a little story, I guess, a personal story, and how I came to be working on this now. But it came through a realization that I've had recently. So I was listening to other people that I love in my life, and I was hearing them go through these negative thoughts about themselves over and over again, nearly every time that I see them, or just really often. It's the same way that, we think that I was thinking about myself all the time, negative thoughts. And I was hearing it from these people that I love, that I find extremely attractive, and it dawned on me at some point that, that they were saying all of these things, yet I was experiencing them the complete opposite, and that I had the realization that I was saying these things about myself, but that other people are experiencing me completely different than what I am saying or experiencing myself. And so it spawned this idea of trying to see myself, trying to say the same things and be as gentle and loving with myself as I am with the other people that I love in my life. So if I can love them so much that there would be nothing wrong with the way that they look, that they're, you know, extremely attractive and perfect in every way, then why couldn't I do that for myself? And so I started down this road of trying to catch myself every time I was having these negative thoughts go through my head about myself. And it was really apparent when I was going through a lot of issues with my skin. So there's always been one thing that I focus on, you know, a lot that I just don't like about myself. So it's always the worst thing that I don't like about myself. And there was a point just recently, not too long ago, where that was my skin, and my skin was just terrible. And I would say every day, you know, if I just had better skin, then I would be happy with myself, which wasn't true, but it was what I was telling myself at the time. And I'm a picker, so I would go to the mirror and I would pick my face, you know, several times a day. And I noticed one day that the whole entire time that I was picking my face, I was in there saying all these negative thoughts about my skin, about how my skin is just so terrible. I can't believe that, you know, I'm so healthy and I still have all this bad skin. I'm never gonna have good skin, and, you know, just saying all of these negative things while going through my head, not out loud. They're going through my head as I'm, you know, looking at my face and, you know, doing the things that you do when you pick your face. And I caught it in an instant one day, luckily, and I was just like, wow, I'm spending a lot of time telling myself that my skin is terrible. No wonder my skin's so bad. So I decided in that moment to try to catch myself with any of these negative thoughts. And even if my actions were the same, even if I was still picking up my face, I was telling myself that I love my skin's so beautiful and smooth and clear. And, you know, I was doing other things. Well, so I did that. I started to change and work with my thoughts about my skin. And that helped me to take action, which, you know, some different actions which helped lead me to actually clear skin. And so I don't know if, you know, I don't know how much the changing the thoughts had to do with that particular instance. I mean, it seemed to flow and seemed to make sense that it did help in the change, but you never know. But it can't hurt, right? And wouldn't you rather be telling yourself positive things about yourself and having one of those days that you feel like you look wonderful and feel great, rather than telling yourself all these negative thoughts and, you know, just beating yourself up? So since the skin thing, I have now changed over to my focusing on my body, because, you know, there's always something, your mind always has to find something negative to focus on. So after my skin cleared up, then all of a sudden I didn't like, you know, my body. And so I would catch myself saying all of these negative things about my body. Hey there. It's okay, you can go. I can wait. So I would catch myself saying all these negative things about my body. And since I had already been through the process before, I caught myself much earlier, and I decided to start telling myself positive things in the mirror about my body, and just deciding that no, if I have a thought, a negative thought, then I'm going to catch it and I'm going to say, no, that's not true. I'm, you know, I say, okay, my stomach is, you know, is not flat and it's flabby. This is what I tell myself, you know, my stomach is so flabby and it's so big and I can't stand it. So I have these thoughts and I just would say, no, Jenny, you're beautiful, I love you, and that's it. Sometimes that's all I can come up with. No, Jenny, you're beautiful and I love you, and that's it. But that works. Just anything positive that you can come up with on the spot is good. And then I just wanted to leave you. I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit today, but I never plan these videos out, but I kind of like to talk about it as it comes up. But I wanted to leave you with just kind of an exercise that is one of my favorite exercises, and I may have shared this before, but that's okay, because it's that important that, and we all need these reminders more often to do things like this. So I'm going to tell you today, invite you to go to your mirror, any mirror that you have in your house, and tell yourself that you love yourself while you're looking into your own eyes. And Doug actually brought it to my attention from someone else that he had heard it from, but it's so important, and you may feel cheesy, but see, I feel cheesy even telling you guys, but even, you know, now, instead of just saying I love you, because now I've gotten used to it, that, I mean, it still is great to go up to the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself, but just to kind of take it up a notch and to keep myself present while I'm doing it, I even give myself a little heart in the mirror, and I blow kisses. I do all kinds of silly stuff to show myself the love that I feel, that to try to build the love that I want to feel for myself, the same love that I feel for everybody else in my life. So I want to invite you to be cheesy with yourself, to do these silly things, because it goes a long way towards creating change in your life. And I know sometimes it's hard to see how these types of little things can actually create change long term, but it really does work. It really, really does work. So just make a commitment to love yourself up every day. Love yourself up for 10 minutes in the mirror, for 2 minutes, you know, if you can't stand it, just do it for 30 seconds, you know, you just build your way up, and just every time you pass the mirror, just give yourself a kiss, you know, hey hot stuff, instead of telling yourself that you look fat, or that you look terrible, or that you hate your hair, or any of these negative things. Okay? Alright, love you guys.